In today's episode, we gear up, test our flexibility, and set off nice and early from the Isle of Man. We grab our tickets and hop on a ferry to Heysham, and finally hit the road. We catch some traffic, more traffic. I point at things. We see some cherry blossom trees, see some lakes. I point at more things. Then there are mountains, and of course, some classic British weather. Then finally, we roll up to the cutest little cottage at the end of the day. Our journey begins in the Isle of Man. From Douglas, we sail across the Irish Sea to the port of Heysham. Once ashore, the route takes us north of the Art of Lake District, following the A591 through Keswick. Crossing the border into Scotland, we continue along the scenic Queensway, cutting through the vast forests of Galloway, finally reaching our destination, Newton Stewart. It's finally here, the start of our Scotland adventure. This trip is more than just a ride for us, it's something I've been looking forward to for a long time. Heading to Scotland with my dad. As I struggle to put my gloves on, you get a glance of what we get to ride in all the coming miles. My dad will be riding the Kawasaki Z900RS, while I settle for the beautiful Yamaha MT-09, the 4th generation. Not quite the tourer bikes, but they certainly will do the job. My mom is also here to wave us off. As I struggle to mount my bike, I realize I should have taken up yoga a few weeks before this trip. As we head on to Douglas, the ferry terminal is only a few minutes away. At this stage, I am feeling both excited and nervous, as this is the first time my dad and I embark on such a long trip on anything else than 4 wheels. As promised, we quickly arrive at the sea terminal, where we queue up at passenger control. As we get the cabin key, we went ahead and queue up with the other bikers. We didn't have to wait long to start boarding the bikes, as usually the bikers are one of the first ones to get set up due to the time it takes for them to get tied down properly. I'm not sure how I felt about parking the bikes so close together, but here goes nothing. My dad won't let me go anywhere without this Nescafe Gold. I know what you're thinking, but we're not sponsored by them. After that lovely elevator music, we made our way to the cabin. Not bad. Not bad at all. See you soon, Alaman. As we arrive to Heysham, the first leg of our journey begins. The A59 will take us deep into the Lake District. Personally, I think it's one of the most beautiful parts of England. It will also then lead our way towards Keswick. At this stage, it generally feels like with Ferry to the 180 and we're back on the Yellowman. Very similar scenery. Nice to see some colourful cherry blossom trees along the way too. That we don't get on the Yellowman. As I check my mirrors, we made a quick stop as I noticed my dad's travel bag was quite keen to stay behind. A couple of blow taps and tightening the straps did the job. Rolling into Windermere, right at the heart of the Lake District. This little town sits next to England's biggest natural lake that is over 10 miles long. Back in the Victorian days, this was the go-to escape spot once the railway arrived in 1847. These days though, it's all about cruises, paddleboards, and just soaking up the scenery. Spoiler alert, you'll see me pointing a lot for some reason. Traffic was heavy, but honestly, with the view so far and what's coming next, I wasn't really complaining. What you're looking here at is the result of the last ice age. Lake Windermere carved out by massive glaciers, leaving behind this long, narrow valley. One of the nice perks about being on a bike, traffic isn't really much of a challenge. But bear in mind, this was a one-way street. As we set to leave Windermere, we're halfway through the legendary A591 road, often called one of the most beautiful roads in England, and there's me pointing again. I don't know why, but I have a thing for nice bridges too. Look at this beautiful tree line. breathtaking. As I settle on this trip, I begin to appreciate just how well this bike handles on longer journeys. The comfort, combined with features like cruise control and quick shifter, makes the miles flow that much easier. I only wish I'd brought the stock mirrors though. Passing through the Lake District, these stone-built houses and guest houses stand out. Built from local slate, they're a trademark of the region's character and history. The same forces that created the waters also sculptured the mountains around them, leaving behind these step ridges and sweeping open roads we ride through today. I wasn't exaggerating when I said I pointed a lot throughout this trip. And we reached Keswick, a town that feels like the Lake District's base camp, with Darren Water and some epic passes right on its doorstep. We pulled into the filling station Café in Keswick, a proper biker hangout. Styled like an old school American diner, great spot for fuel, well, the kind that comes on a plate. The walls are lined with motorbike memorabilia, a place that celebrates two wheels, and of course the Isle of Man TT. Time for some carbs and some hydration. As we set to leave, we looked at the weather forecast and saw some rain. Although we had some wetsuits in luggage, we thought, how bad can it get? I should have looked at my seat for some clues really. After some food and water, we decided to leave, try to beat the rain. Google Maps strikes again. Apparently this track is the fastest route. Cheers, Google. I was quite happy to see this road behind me, and I thought, things are only gonna get better, right? Wrong. Quick pit stop for fuel. Did we change to our overalls? I have a wild guess. We really underestimated this terrain, unfortunately. The rain went from manageable into miserable, so eventually we dropped the tough act guy and put the waterproofs on. In a dodgy lay-by, rushed, we had no time to film it. Cheers, Minnie. On the way to our first Airbnb, we passed through Galloway Forest Park. Shame the rain didn't ease off though, but that's all part of the adventure. I never feel at ease when the tarmac turns shiny like this. I couldn't believe my eyes when I turned left. Soaked, I could hardly see due to the helmet pin lock failing, and now some lovely loose gravel to finish today. Soaked, vision gone thanks to steamed up pin lock, loose gravel under the tires, Scotland definitely gave us a warm welcome. Crawling to the Airbnb felt like salvation. Cute little cottage though. And the host even offered to tuck the bikes into the barn. I'll drop the link in the description if you fancy staying there in the future. I truly recommend it. After finding the keys, we went inside to get dry and warm. Much needed. Well, until I saw a dog. I mean, I had to go pet it first, right? Thanks a ton for sticking around till the end. That's a day one wrapped up. Trust me, the next three will get even better. Hit like, subscribe, and if you really love me, ring that bell. I'll see you on day two.